Shirakawa Runa is undoubtedly the most radiant girl in her grade, capturing attention with her grace and charm. On the other hand, our other main character, Kashima Ryudo, struggles with his self-worth. He often refers to himself as someone who's not quite up to par, reminiscent of characters from classic tales of underdogs. At the tender age of 16, he's yet to experience the joys of a romantic relationship, which has led to a somewhat limited social circle. The world where the elegant Shirakawa thrives seems miles apart from Kashima's. Her beauty is so mesmerizing that Kashima feels a warmth, almost as if he's standing too close to a flame. Whenever he's near her, this overwhelming sensation causes him to downplay his own worth, keeping his true feelings locked away. Unexpectedly, we find him in a situation where he's getting closer to her, and she seems interested in deepening their bond. This unexpected twist leaves Kashima flustered, trying to comprehend the unfolding events. Hello, dear viewers, I'm Anikazu, and today we're diving into the intriguing world of the anime art dating story. If you've been enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content. Let's continue our journey. The school year kicks off, and Kashima finds himself incredibly fortunate to share a classroom with Shirakawa. As we observe the classroom dynamics, the ever-glowing Shirakawa stands out, surrounded by her group of equally delightful friends. While navigating the intricate social dynamics of high school, Kashima overhears a group of boys discussing Shirakawa Runa's reputation. The whispers suggest that she's known to frequently change her romantic partners, with a new boyfriend every 2 to 3 months. This has led to a common misconception among the male students that they might have a shot at winning her heart, or at the very least, getting close to her. Kashima, ever the introspective one, has come to terms with the perceived chasm between them, believing that someone like him could never bridge the gap to someone as radiant as Shirakawa. However, fate has a way of surprising us. Out of the blue, amidst the hustle and bustle of school life, the elegant Shirakawa approaches Kashima. She has a simple request: to borrow a pencil. Caught off guard and slightly flustered, he hesitates for a moment, but eventually hands her one. As she walks away, he finds himself captivated, unable to divert his gaze from her. It's in this unexpected interaction that Kashima realizes the depth of his feelings for Shirakawa Runa, the belle of the grade. Beyond her beauty, he senses a genuine kindness in her, a warmth that extends to those around her. Later, Kashima and his close-knit group of friends find solace on the school's rooftop, a place away from prying eyes. They engage in a lively discussion about their favorite streamer, pondering if their academic performance might be taking a hit due to their streaming indulgences. In the spirit of friendly competition, they decide on a wager. The ones who perform the poorest in the upcoming exams will be at the mercy of the top scorers, obliged to carry out any task set by them. To the surprise of no one, Kashima, with his diligent nature, secures the top scores in the exams. His friends, seizing the opportunity presented by their earlier wager, challenge him to confess his feelings to the girl he's been secretly pining for. Taking a deep breath and gathering his courage, Kashima pens a heartfelt letter to Shirakawa, pouring out his emotions onto paper. They agree to meet in the school courtyard, a place filled with memories for many students. With the sun casting long shadows and the gentle rustling of leaves in the background, Kashima, after much hesitation and with a shaky voice, finally admits his feelings to her. He had braced himself for rejection, but to his astonishment, after he confesses his admiration for her endearing nature, Shirakawa reciprocates his feelings. Just like that, two souls, seemingly from different worlds, become a couple. As they walk home together after school, the atmosphere is a mix of awkwardness and excitement. They're embarking on a new journey, and there's so much they don't know about each other. For instance, Shirakawa, in a slightly embarrassed tone, admits she doesn't even know Kashima's full name. Their conversations, up to this point, have been fleeting and superficial. Kashima, ever the overthinker, worries he might say something to upset her, potentially ending their budding relationship. However, Shirakawa reassures him of her loyalty, emphasizing that she's not the type to be swayed easily by others. She also playfully mentions that Kashima's sincere confession played a part in winning her over. As they delve deeper into their likes and dislikes, Shirakawa shares her preferences and deal breakers when it comes to relationships. While their connection might seem surface level at first, she believes that with time and understanding, it could blossom into something profound. Kashima soon realizes that Shirakawa's past relationships weren't just based on her looks. She's always been open to love, seeking genuine connections. However, she admits that she's yet to find a relationship that truly resonated with her heart. She clarifies that it's usually the guys who end things, not her, highlighting her unwavering commitment in relationships. Drawing closer to the familiar streets of Shirakawa's neighborhood, the ambient sounds of children playing and distant chatter fill the air. Sensing Kashima's comfort and the ease with which they've been conversing, Shirakawa tentatively asks if he'd be willing to walk her all the way to her doorstep. With a nod and a reassuring smile, Kashima agrees, appreciating the gesture of trust she's extending. As they reach the facade of her home, its warm lights and welcoming aura provide a stark contrast to the growing dusk outside. Shirakawa, with a hint of playfulness in her voice, extends an invitation for him to step inside, casually mentioning the absence of her parents. This revelation sends Kashima's heart into overdrive. The thought of being in a girl's room, especially someone he's grown so fond of, is both exhilarating and nerve-wracking. The walls of his comfort zone seem to close in on him, and a myriad of thoughts race through his mind. However, recognizing the significance of this moment and the trust Shirakawa is placing in him, he takes a deep breath, steadying himself. He's resolved to tread carefully, ensuring that every step they take in this new phase of their relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding. While exploring Shirakawa's room, Kashima stumbles upon a drawer that appears to contain some delicate garments. His curiosity piqued. He's about to take a closer look when Shirakawa suddenly enters the room, catching him in the act. To his relief, she reveals that the item is merely a new piece of clothing she's planning to wear in the future. Shirakawa, sensing Kashima's unease, gestures towards her bed, its soft cushions and plush blankets inviting him to relax. "You can sit here," she says with a gentle smile, hoping to create a comfortable atmosphere for him. Kashima, however, feels the gravity of the moment. The simple act of sitting beside her on the bed feels like a monumental step, given the whirlwind of emotions he's been experiencing. He stands there, momentarily frozen, as he processes the situation. His hesitation doesn't go unnoticed. Shirakawa, trying to lighten the mood, teases, "What's the matter? Thinking of taking things to the next level already?" She chuckles, but her playful tone carries an underlying question. Wanting to dispel any awkwardness, she suggests they both freshen up a bit. "I had a pretty intense workout earlier," she admits, a hint of embarrassment in her voice, "and I could use a quick shower." As she moves to retrieve a change of clothes, Kashima's protective instincts kick in. He's keen on ensuring that their relationship progresses at a pace they're both comfortable with. "Wait," he says softly, reaching out to stop her. His voice is filled with genuine concern, not wanting her to feel any pressure or obligation. They lock eyes, and in that silent exchange, a deeper understanding begins to form between them. Shirakawa is taken aback, assuming that such physical intimacy is a natural progression in relationships. Kashima, wanting to ensure their relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding, expresses his desire to take things slow, especially since they're still getting to know each other. He emphasizes that he values their emotional connection more than anything else. This revelation prompts Shirakawa to reflect on her past relationships, realizing that perhaps she's been seeking physical intimacy without truly understanding her own desires. Kashima's genuine concern and respect make her see him in a new light, different from the other guys she's known. Choosing to momentarily set aside the weight of their emotions and the complexities of their budding relationship, the two decide to immerse themselves in the simple pleasure of each other's company. They embark on a serene walk, allowing the gentle rhythm of their steps and the ambient sounds around them to create a calming backdrop to their conversation. As they meander through the streets, Kashima, with a hint of vulnerability in his voice, confesses that he's navigating the uncharted waters of romance for the first time. He expresses his wish for their first kiss to be a shared moment, one that stems from mutual desire and understanding. He wants Shirakawa to know that he deeply cherishes the bond they're forming and that he's committed to nurturing it with care and respect. Shirakawa, touched by Kashima's sincerity and the thoughtfulness of his approach, finds herself drawn even closer to him. She appreciates his desire to build a relationship based on mutual respect and genuine affection. Feeling a connection that goes beyond mere attraction, she nods in agreement, sensing that their journey together might indeed blossom into a love that's profound and enduring. Wow, what an emotional roller coaster that was. I hope you all enjoyed diving into the intricate dynamics of Kashima and Shirakawa's relationship as much as I did. Remember, every relationship is unique, and it's the journey, understanding, and mutual respect that truly matter. Ryudo is on his way to school and still can't believe that he's in a relationship with the prettiest girl in his grade, Shirakawa. He wonders why a loser like him has such a girlfriend now. On his way to school, he receives a message from Shirakawa saying she overslept. Ryudo is immediately overwhelmed by the situation. He doesn't know what to write to his beautiful girlfriend without it coming off as awkward. He decides to advise her on the best way to get to school so she won't be late. In response, Shirakawa sweetly calls him a caretaker because he's so sweetly concerned about her. However, he apologizes as he couldn't think of a cooler message to send. Hello friends and welcome back to Anikazu. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below on what you think of the anime for future segments, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything. With that said, let's dive right in. In the middle of class, Shirakawa enters and greets the class. As she makes her way to her seat, everyone looks at her, astonished by her beauty. She sits down and tells her friend that she took so long because she spent a lot of time on her makeup. In the process, she greets her boyfriend Ryudo, and he is once again overwhelmed, starting to blush. On the school roof, Ryudo tells his friends that he was at Shirakawa's house, and they are immediately shocked, wondering if he lost his virginity there. However, he quickly sets the record straight, saying that nothing happened, but she was actually in the mood for it. When he mentions that he declined because he wasn't prepared, his friends give him a lecture, unable to understand his perspective. Ryudo, however, hopes for another opportunity since they are now in a relationship. His friends tell him he's deluding himself, believing they are in a relationship because, in their eyes, it's impossible. To them, Shirakawa is at the top of the food chain and wouldn't settle for someone like Ryudo, and if she did, it would only be for fun to mock him. This causes Ryudo to have doubts about the relationship. Back in the classroom, Shirakawa spots her new boyfriend and hurries straight to him. She excitedly shares that he appeared in her dream, where they were chatting in her room. However, as she speaks, Ryudo becomes visibly nervous and distracted. Some boys in the background whisper and chuckle, clearly amused by his reaction to Shirakawa's approach. He also notices a disapproving look from one of her friends. Trying to find an escape, Ryudo mentions he has some homework to attend to, leaving Shirakawa slightly confused. Afterward, Shirakawa frequently approached him, engaging him in conversations and wanting to spend time together. While Ryudo appreciated this attention, he couldn't help but feel self-conscious due to the reactions of some classmates. Particularly, he was wary of Shirakawa's friend, whom he felt was always watching them closely. Ryudo calls Shirakawa, wanting to speak privately, and asks her with uncertainty if she's told anyone that they're now a couple. She reveals that she informed her friend, Nikaru Yamana, the same girl who had been giving Ryudo cold stares. Shirakawa has been friends with Nikaru since the first grade, so she shares everything with her. Shirakawa then asks Ryudo if he hasn't told his friends, to which he responds that he's told 2 of them. Noticing that their conversations always draw attention in school, Ryudo suggests keeping their relationship a secret while on campus. Shirakawa agrees but wonders when they'd be able to chat. Ryudo suggests weekends and after school hours. He's taken aback by his own audacity, feeling he, being the underdog, shouldn't make such demands. However, Shirakawa sees his suggestion as an invitation for a date. Just as Ryudo is about to retract his words, Shirakawa agrees to a date on Saturday since she's busy on Sunday. Once again, her beauty and charming demeanor leave Ryudo stunned. The day before his date with Shirakawa, Ryudo is anxious about planning their outing and fears it might turn out badly. Just then, he receives a video call from Shirakawa. They greet each other, and once again, Ryudo is taken aback by how adorable she is. She wants to discuss and plan their date together, leading Ryudo to suggest a movie for their first date. However, he's unsure about which movie to watch since he rarely goes to the cinema. Shirakawa then asks Ryudo about his true intentions for the date and why he invited her. He admits that he genuinely wants to get to know her better and therefore wants her to decide what they should do. It's the first time someone has ever asked Shirakawa what she'd like to do, leaving her pleasantly surprised by Ryudo. She begins to smile and mentions how much she's looking forward to their time together the next day, which feels like a whirlwind of emotions for Ryudo. Overwhelmed, Ryudo starts to overthink and wonders if she might have more mature plans for their date, causing him to panic. On the day of their date, the couple goes shopping, and Ryudo is captivated by Shirakawa's appearance as he sees her in casual clothes for the first time. Her beauty stands out remarkably, drawing attention from everyone around. Next to her, Ryudo feels invisible. They visit various stores and continue their shopping spree. After their shopping session, they sit down and grab drinks for a break. Shirakawa asks Ryudo if he genuinely didn't mind shopping and whether he got bored, to which he denies. She's skeptical at first, but he explains that he truly enjoyed understanding her fashion sense and loved seeing her happy, which in turn made him happy. This heartfelt comment makes Shirakawa blush, and her reaction, in turn, makes Ryudo turn red as well. As their date progresses, a bond gradually forms between the two. Shirakawa receives a call from her friend Nikaru and mentions that she's on a date with Ryudo, reassuring her not to worry. Ryudo immediately fears the worst, assuming Nikaru might advise Shirakawa to end things with him. He once again becomes introspective about their relationship, feeling that their connection is unattainable. His insecurity deepens, especially when he sends her a message and she doesn't reply. Ryudo becomes increasingly overwhelmed when Shirakawa doesn't respond to him for 4 hours. He's aware she had plans on Sunday, but she usually always has her phone handy and replies promptly. He can't help but think she's possibly meeting another guy and might be tired of playing around with him. As these thoughts spiral, Ryudo feels increasingly distressed. To distract himself, he decides to watch his favorite streamer. Immersed in fanboy mode, he becomes engrossed in the stream, staying up for most of the night. The next day at school, Ryudo is greeted and celebrated by his friends for becoming a true fan. However, just moments later, he sees other boys trying to woo Shirakawa, inviting her to football practice. Ryudo witnesses the scene, looking as if he had expected nothing less, but his friends try to console him. In the evening, after school, he arrives home and receives a message from Shirakawa asking if they can meet at the train station. Ryudo immediately thinks that this might be the moment she wants to end their relationship. On his way, he regrets not accepting her offer to visit her at home, believing that their relationship might be coming to an end. Upon arriving at the park, the two meet, and Ryudo wants to get everything out in the open quickly, telling her he enjoyed their short time together. However, Shirakawa interrupts him by showing him her new phone case. It's a limited edition, and she went to great lengths to get it. To Ryudo's surprise, she pulls out an identical case, a gift for him. She had asked her friend to stand in line with her because they were only giving out one case per person. The two of them spent the entire day waiting in line and playing games, which led to their phone batteries dying, explaining why she couldn't see Ryudo's message. She thought that if she was getting such a special case for herself, she should get one for her boyfriend as well. This was also why she hadn't talked to him at school. She was so excited to give him the gift and couldn't contain her anticipation. After receiving the gift, Ryudo was silent for a moment, leaving Shirakawa feeling uneasy. She immediately worried he didn't want a matching phone case and began to apologize profusely. But the truth was, Ryudo was overwhelmed. He confessed to her that all this while, he had been plagued with insecurity, constantly wondering why a girl as beautiful as her would be interested in someone like him. He assured her just how much the gift meant to him and how fortunate he felt to have her as his girlfriend. Shirakawa hadn't expected such a heartfelt reaction from him, and this left her a bit flustered. As they made their way home together, they continued their chat, with Shirakawa revealing that she had planned this surprise for their one-week anniversary. Ryudo's mention of a past love piqued Shirakawa's curiosity instantly. She couldn't help but probe, wanting to know every detail about his previous romantic endeavor. This turned into another bonding moment for them as they shared personal stories and experiences with each other. Ryudo spoke of his former desk mate at school and how he had fallen in love with her after she dropped hints indicating that she liked him. But on the day he confessed his feelings to Kuro's, she friend-zoned him. The rejection deeply hurt him and gave birth to his fears of being hurt again. Shirakawa, being the optimist, saw a silver lining in this tale. She expressed gratitude towards Kuro's, reasoning that if not for that event, perhaps she and Ryudo might not have ended up together. She then shared the romantic story of her parents, who met in school and eventually got married. She dreamily mentioned that she yearned for a love story similar to theirs. As they were engrossed in their conversation, a sports car zoomed past them, capturing Shirakawa's attention instantly. Ryudo's eyes lit up, showcasing his vast knowledge about such vehicles. He rattled off details about the car, leaving Shirakawa in awe, as she hadn't expected this side of him. While the barrage of information was a bit overwhelming for her, she felt a surge of admiration seeing this passionate side of her boyfriend. It was a new layer to Ryudo that she had just uncovered, and she found it incredibly attractive. Drawing a parallel to the sports car, Shirakawa confided that she always wanted to speed past others, craving the thrill of quickly accumulating experiences. This impulsive nature of hers had led her to rush into relationships, causing them to end prematurely. As they delved deeper into personal stories, she revealed that her parents had divorced, which had a profound impact on her perception of love and relationships. Regardless of her past, Shirakawa expressed genuine happiness about her current relationship with Ryudo. She found contentment in the pace at which their bond was growing, contrasting it to the hurried relationships she had before. Later in the evening, she reinforced this sentiment in a conversation with her friend, who still held reservations about Ryudo. But life, with its unpredictability, had another surprise in store. As days went by, Ryudo was taken aback to find out that his first love, Kuro's Maria, had transferred to his school and was now in his class. This revelation threatened to stir old emotions and possibly complicate the budding relationship between Ryudo and Shirakawa. Alright everyone, that wraps up today's whirlwind of a story. I hope you enjoyed the ride. If you did, don't hesitate to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments section. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to stay updated with more stories from Anikazu's channel. Every bit of support means a lot. Until next time, this is Anikazu signing off. Stay awesome. Stay off.